Hello everyone, welcome to this video tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to introduce another brand new trend scanner, indicator trend scanner. Even though we call it indicator trend scanner, at the moment it is only applies for the on balance volume in our release 1. In our future releases, we will add the more indicators in this type of scanner. Um, In the previous couple of videos, we already discussed the price trend scanner. We are focusing on the trend in the price chart itself for the equities, right? So from here, we are going to discuss the trend on the indicator chart. All right. So in this tutorial, we're only talking about the first function that related with this scanner, which is IsUpTrend. Okay, before we moving forward, we'll give you guys a little bit review of the OBV indicator, which is on balance volume. Okay, I have already opened a chart. As you can see, um, if I turn the trend spectrum off, you wouldn't see the indicators displayed in this chart and also the OBV. Okay, if you turn it on, as you can see, this trend spectrum calculated not only on the price chart itself and also on the OBV indicator chart. The reason why we are talking about the OBV trend, because the trend of the OBV is important according to the algorithm behind for how we calculate this indicator. As we all know, in the technical analysis methodology, we pay a lot of attention on the volume as well, because if the price going to moving up, especially when a uptrend, the volume is very important, because if the price going higher and the volume also confirms, which is volume also increase, that means the more buying power will come into this particular equity and the push price moving further up. What I say is in the uptrend, because an uptrend move, you have to conquer a lot of selling, profit-taking pressures. So that's why the volume for the uptrend stocks is especially more important. But in the downtrend, because the share price can fall by its own weight, you don't need a lot of selling pressure to push down. So maybe it's not that relevant. When you seeking a long opportunity, so you will be pay more attention on the transaction volume. And OBV is a very simple indicator that is related with the transaction volume. It's calculated by add up the daily or weekly volume on top of a moving total, right? So if this week or this week, for example, we are already open a weekly chart. If this week is up week, and the OBV indicator will add up this entire week's volume, transaction volume, to this running total. If price moving up and volume increases, like here, so the OBV line will moving up as well. So as you can see, the OBV indicator, this line, looks quite similar with the underlying security. So if this is the case, which means that share movement is very healthy, because price going up, OBV going up, price going down, OBV going down. Because of this very special attributes of a OBV, on balance volume, so we apply the trend spectrum indicator on the OBV chart as well. because that will help us to identify so many situations. Um, so this function called IsUpTrend. Basically, you're asking the scanner to get all the equities, which is the OBV chart is in the green color, is uptrend, right? So when you open your chart and you observe the securities price movement along with the volume, you open the OBV, where you see your shares moving up in the green color, which is the uptrend, and meanwhile, the OBV also moving in the very nice uptrend, and then you can sit back and relax. I think the security is moving in a quite healthy uh, manner, but when you see your OBV stops to create a new high and start from some point, for example, this particular share, um, so the OBV stopped creating the new high and the price starts to becomes very volatile. As you can see, the price actions, corrections, the trading range becomes wider. That might indicate the securities already uh, has already gone into the distribution stage. So when the good moment to buy is in the as long as the shares is moving up, sometimes shares can take a break, like here, and running into a consolidation stage. For example, this couple of weeks, 2 weeks, um, the price shows the shares in the no trend stage, which is in the sideways moves because it's in blue color, but the volume hasn't been, the OBV line still in the green color, which is uptrend, which means even though the price action stopped moving higher, the underlying buying power is still very strong. That's why the OBV it is still maintaining green. So that's a good time. That's a good time to add in more. Um, just be buying, in the consolidation stages because the shares might move in even further up. Another scenario is if the shares in a very solid bottom pattern, like early days when the shares take off, uh, it will in a bottom stage. So if you see the security bottoming up for quite a long time, and meanwhile the underlying OBV indicator shows strong up move, which is uptrend in the green color, and you probably can think the the com what do we call it is accumulation, right? So accumulation stage might happen in some entity might just keep adding more positions while the price is cheap. So that also happening in the bottom area of a stage of a security. So that's why we designed the first function, which is you can ask the scanner to tell you what is the uh, indicator trend scanner can tells you all the equities, which is their OBV on balance volume indicator is right now in an uptrend. Okay, let's moving on to our trend filter management, and I'm going to show you guys how to create an indicator scanner type, which is including this function. So first of all, if you want to create such a kind of filter, you need to go into the analysis menu and pick up the trend filter management because we're dealing with the trend as well at the moment with OBV. So let's do a trend filter. So if you click on that, you will see the trend filters tree displayed here. So for now, I already created a couple of them. So let's just show you guys how to create a O indicator scanner. So basically, you add a new filter, to differentiate from the existing one and make it, I just name it anything, hash. Okay, so sentiment, you can leave it there. It's up to you. You can pick up any sentiment, underline this associated with the filter. That doesn't really matter. The most important thing is you have to pick up the trend filter type as indicator trend scanner. Right? We already discussed the price rank trend scanner, so now it's the indicator trend scanner because we are examining the indicator chart trend. Now the indicator type at the moment we only have the OBV is available. In the future releases you will see more which shares the same characteristic with the OBV will be added here. For now we just select OBV on balance volume. Chart type, let's pick up the weekly. If you want to examine the daily chart, you pick a daily. If you need to see the very long scale chart, you pick up months. But for now, let's pick up the week. Function. All right, so that's the place you want to select this function because you want to see all the equities with their OBV uptrend in the green color. You select this function is uptrend. So once you select that, so you're being finished to create this filter. And this filter is ready to be used in the scan. Okay, this is how we create indicator trend scanner and also use IsUpTrend function. Let's go back to this chart. So assuming we want to find a good buying opportunity like here, like this, when the uptrend and then there's currently the uptrend is doing some consolidation and OBV is in green color, so we want to buy at this moment because this, as I said, this might be a good entry opportunity when this uptrend is in consolidation stage. So if you want to create such kind of market scan to find all the equities, just look like this, and I'll show you guys how to actually create it, this market scan. So let's say if you want to create a market scan, you need to go into the analysis and the market scan management. In here, when you click on that, you can see I already have 3 market scan created here. I already have one of here, so as you can see, the OBV scan 2. So this, I select the market that I'm gonna scan. I'm gonna scan on it, and in, as you can see, this filter, if you click refresh changes, these all filters will display all the filters you just created, right? So that's like the one we just created, also displayed here. If you want to use each filter, you need to double click on that, and it goes to the right hand side of the tree, which is if you go in the right hand side selected filters tree, which means you want to use this filter in the scan. Okay, so first of all, I'm not going to use this one because just for the demonstration purpose, I already created another one which is exactly the same. For weekly OBV is uptrend. I'm going to select this one. Also, I want to find a more extreme condition, which is the weekly chart is in the downtrend, but OBV is in an uptrend. What I really mean is just assuming like here, even the uptrend is in the downtrend, but if this particular share, the OBV is still in the uptrend, I might be able to buy it because I'm thinking it could be a better buying opportunity. So it's just for the demonstration purpose. I will scan by using this condition. As you can see, I used, because this is a very rare situation. If you scan it a single week, probably in the entire market, you wouldn't see this kind of rare situation happens. So that's why I used another scan type called bulk scan each time units. If I check this one, what are we gonna do is we're going to scan from the front date to the to date in this period of time, which is from the 2nd of July to the 7th of December. This half year, I'm gonna scan every week from this date to this date. Every week, do a scan by using these two conditions. The way why I'm using this one is because a rare condition, and I want to see what I want to find out. In the real time, you guys can just using a default scan and just to check weekly if you have found any shares fulfill these two conditions. I already finished this market scan because this type of scan takes time because it's going to scan every single week. So there's a lot of calculation behind the scenes. So I already finished the market scan. So it returns quite a bit of results. Let's check out those results for now. I will talk more about the bulk scan later in the market scan playlist videos. But for now, let's just examine some of the results here. Let's take a look at the first one. You double click on that. It tells you in the 30th of July you have this condition has been met. So alright, because I'm gonna open for each chart, I'm gonna open the OBV chart. I'm gonna apply the trend spectrum so I can save to the unified chart opening mode, so I can use that mode instead of apply all this indicator every time when I open the chart. So I'm going to save them, save this spectrum. The OBV I want to open for each chart as well. I'm save it. So if I turn on my unified chart opening mode and try open that again, so this indicator should be already applied automatically for me. Okay, so already at a 30 weeks moving average. 30 weeks EMI indicator. That's even better. Okay, in the 30th of July, according to the scan, it has a OBV. Should be here, as you can see. Should be here. Okay. So OBV in this date is in green color. It's uptrend, but our chart, the price chart, is showing in the red color, which is downtrend. As you can see, if you so this happens in the in this result, which means you need to analyze this chart as well, but this pick up the right results for us, but we still need to analyze, right? And then when we come up the decision, do we need to buy long or short from here? Because at that time you did a scan, you might just see this. How do you know you want to buy or sell? So when you analyze each kind of results, you need to apply your analysis, your own analysis. Basically, you want to see here it's kind of in the support area, because here and here a lot of price actions happening in this price level. So basically it tells us right now it's in the very important support level. Meanwhile, OBV is in green color. OBV is moving slightly up. Price stop to break this line. The price holds pretty well for so many weeks. OBV starts to turn into uptrend recently, or maybe 3 weeks ago, and stays in uptrend, which is good. And you can, even though the price have some distance below the 30 weeks moving average, you can place a little bit, buy a small parcel of the security and set a break stop loss in the like a $5.70 something area, to just in case we keep going down, because not we usually do not buy any shares when the 30 weeks moving average is moving down and price below the 30 weeks moving average, and also the 30 weeks moving average is sloping down. So that sloping down, then that is not a good sign, but sometimes it just depends on the situation, because we have a very solid support here. We can bet a very little once this breaks up. So you can see, you do see a little bit jumping up. As you can see, the price falling down again, but it stays above that support. Right, I mean, this is just one example of this function, and it stays in one of the results from our search results. Okay, as I mentioned, the OBV in the uptrend happens if it happens in a uptrend consolidation stage or in the very solid bottom. We can think it's a very bullish sign. So let's check out another example, which is 16th of July. 16th of July. Let's check out this guy, the WSA. So it looks like it's in a it's creating a bottom. This bottom pattern is pretty long period of time. Even though you check in the monthly chart, looks like even though this bottom crossed multiple years, I'm not sure is that appropriate to call it bottom, but it's quite a big time in the time scale, and also the range is like, I don't like the range. It's pretty high because it doesn't look like a perfect bottom, because the bottom from the $1.09 to like $2 to $3.50 is quite a bit of range. So I want, like, if the real perfect looking bottom pattern is the range of that bottom from the low price to high price, it's not very wide, but this one is not that good. So as you can see in the let's see, in the 16th of July, let's turn back to the weekly chart. 16th of July. Okay, right here. So in these 3 weeks, the pricing in the red, which is downtrend, OBV is in the uptrend. So here probably the good buying opportunity, because it stays above the 30 weeks moving EMA, and this light blue line is sloping up slightly, and yeah, so this could bring us to a very good buying opportunity. But not every case is a good buying opportunity, because as you can see, so many shares here. This one looks perfect, uptrend consolidation, right? But some of them are not. So you need to, even though you have lots of scan results by some conditions, like here you got a lot of choices, you still need to, open each one of the chart, take a look the details by yourself. So I'm just talking about something, I'm just doing some dummy analysis, technical analysis here, and just show you guys how normally you would like to do it. Because from that overview line chart, we see it's a solid uptrend. For this half year or 2 years, it's in a quite big consolidation stage, but well, maybe it's not that. It depends on how you're going to draw this trend line, but I would like to draw like this, because here's topping, is like topping from here. you have a little bit of resistance here. So in the 16th of July, let's bring up where it is. 16th of July should be these two bars. The second one right here. We do have a OBV in the uptrend, which is a good thing. Even though it's not, you do not have a. So the OBV is in blue, in green color, in the uptrend, but the price in the is red color. It's a very short-lived downtrend. So if you buy here, which means you're probably getting a quite cheap price. It does went up, so I'm not sure it's gonna break up, because I'm not sure it's going to break up or very soon or not. So at least you have a son of the profit fund here. As I say, yes, when you have a lot of the market scan results, right? You need to do more technical analysis to helps you to make further decision. Okay, so this is one usage of the market scan. We actually use this function. Let's moving on to another one. So this one I already created is similar with the first one. The weekly on balance volume is uptrend, which means a lot of buying powers here. And also this one is the another filter we already learned from our previous videos. This is the price trend scanner. I'm asking the scanner give me all the equities which is weekly bullish consolidation stages, and also I want to price its weekly at the moment no trends in blue color, which is sideways, because this combination can probably give us some better choices for a uptrend consolidation, but on balance volume is still moving up. So I'm looking for those kind of opportunities. As the previous one, I did another bulk for the demonstration. I did another bulk scanning because this combination is very rare to meet that. It's quite a strict combination. You don't find this every day, every week. So we did a couple of months, so scanning every week. So I do have some results here, just like open the first one. So as you can see from the overview, this one's quite good choice. It tells me that one is in the weekly consolidation, OBV in the green color uptrend, and currently the weekly is no trend. Let's examine that day, particular dates, which is the 8th of October. Let's double click and open up 8th of October. So 8th of October should be this bar here. So this one is 8th of October. Right, so that looks a pretty good entry point from my point of view. OBV moving up. Also, the price is still above the 30 weeks EMA. Yep, so that's a good one. And this one looks very good as well, called LYC. Let's see what's happening. So this is what I call perfect bottom pattern. Let's change it to that. 8th of October. It's right here. The red bar is 8th of October. Again, the price is actually in a sideways moves. OBV is in uptrend. Price is in a no trend, and 30 weeks moving average move sloping up. So that's a good buying opportunity. As you can see, I'll show you guys what this bottom pattern is beautiful. I mean, this is really good the good one. So because this time scale, the bottom you have the longer time period, the longer period of time, the security's bottom in the bottom stage, so you have more power to move in. Once it breaks up, you have more power to moving up. So as you can see, this is cross even 6 or 5 years. Once it breaks up, it's have very nice up move. Yeah, we do find another good entry point here by using this scan, right? And MTS probably the good one. This one is moving too further up, but still it's not even do actual consolidation during that up move. But let's take a look what happened in the 30th of October. 30th October should be this guy. The 8th of October, sorry. So that's the one. That bar is the one we picked up. All right here. So that's another good entry point, even though it's falling down again. But you do have a couple of weeks up move, and yeah. So that's another market scan. We are using the indicator trend scanner is uptrend equals to true. So we do have some of the good results here. This is another good one. Yeah, so I think I have showed you guys how to use this function to combine this how to create it, how to create the indicator trend scanner by using this function, right? So and also how do you create market scan by using this filter you created here, and also how do you combine this condition with others to give us some of the market scan. And then you can do some, you can apply your own technical analysis based on the result sets, and finally you can come up with the decision to buy or sell. Okay, so this is just the entire contents for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we are going to talk about another function. We have 3 functions here, so this is the first one, is uptrend. So next one, part 2, I'm going to talk about is downtrend. Also is no trend. We probably have another very short video. So I think that's pretty much for this one. I hope you guys feel the contents is helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Thanks for your time and thanks for your watching. Bye for now.